Jaguar is shutting down its machines. Yes, almost all of the iconic brand's production lines came to a halt in 2024. It might feel like the end of an era, but hold on, this isn't a permanent farewell. It's like when a band disappears for a while, only to return with a chart-topping album. The British automaker, once synonymous with elegance and performance, has decided to hit pause and rethink its future. And we're not talking about minor tweaks here and there. No. Jaguar is cutting ties with its past and preparing for a comeback so radical that even its most loyal fans will be stunned. The reason? A strategic reboot. The brand no longer wants to compete on volume or cater to the masses. It's aiming for something bigger, something that truly reflects its legacy. Now, the focus is entirely on a new electric era, a landscape where the rules are being rewritten every day. Sounds bold, doesn't it? But will this break be enough to put Jaguar back on top? Because let's face it, in the world of luxury electric cars, the competition never slows down. Worse yet, no one's going to wait for Jaguar to reinvent itself. But how did Jaguar get here? Where did the brand lose that legendary charm that once set it apart? There was a time when spotting a Jaguar on the road felt like witnessing a work of art in motion. A car that didn't just drive, it strutted. But somewhere along the way, that changed. In its pursuit of higher sales, Jaguar started playing a risky game, chasing volume. It left behind what made it special in an attempt to appeal to a broader audience. The result? The brand lost its identity as if it had to please everyone and ended up impressing no one. Cars that were once aspirational, the kind you dreamed of owning, started to look ordinary. And who cares about a Jaguar that doesn't turn heads? It's harsh, but true. Instead of crafting unique, head-turning vehicles, Jaguar diluted what made it exceptional. The good news? They realized their mistake, and the plan now is to return to their roots, but with an electric and futuristic twist. As the old saying goes, better late than never. But can they make up for lost time? Jaguar is now promising a new phase with truly exclusive EVs. This time, though, there's no room for error. The luxury market doesn't forgive. The promise is simple. Ultra-high-performance electric cars, priced to match the prestige a legendary brand should deliver. But here's the real question. Is luxury alone enough to reclaim Jaguar's former glory? What does Jaguar have up its sleeve to go up against titans like Bentley and Rolls-Royce? Now, brace yourself. Jaguar is aiming high, really high. Starting in 2026, the brand will launch only luxury electric vehicles. And we're not talking about just any EVs. These new Jaguars will be true high-performance machines with an unapologetic price tag, upwards of $125,000. That's right, my friend. Luxury comes at a cost, and it's not cheap. And what about range? Well, they're promising the new EVs will go up to 430 miles on a single charge. That means no more is there a charger nearby anxiety. These cars won't just wow with design and performance. They're promising freedom to go the distance. But why aim so high? Because Jaguar doesn't want to be seen as just another automaker. It wants to create cars that aren't merely fast or beautiful, but bold statements of electric luxury. And that makes sense. In a market this competitive, only the standout brands will survive. So picture this, a Jaguar EV with futuristic design, cutting-edge range, and applause-worthy performance. Sounds like a solid plan, right? But in the real world, delivering on a promise like that comes with massive challenges. The question is, how can Jaguar pull this off without losing the essence that made Jaguar? Jaguar? And speaking of essence, how does the brand plan to recapture that legendary charm that once turned it into an icon? The future may be electric, but Jaguar's heart is returning to its roots. And when we talk about roots, we're talking about inspiration, the legacy that made this brand legendary. Sir William Lyons, Jaguar's founder, had a simple mantra: build cars that don't copy anything. Today, that phrase is the guiding star of Jaguar's reinvention. The brand isn't just aiming to make electric luxury vehicles, it wants to create icons, cars that bring back the feeling of driving something truly special, something no one else has. Because let's be honest, in a world full of nearly identical SUVs and EVs, what truly stands out is something that looks and feels like nothing else. And it seems they're serious about this. Jaguar's CEO has promised that the new models will take the brand's classic values and reinvent them for a new generation. And it's not just marketing talk. They know they need to deliver a breathtaking design and a driving experience that makes drivers smile like they used to. Imagine an electric Jaguar that simultaneously carries the essence of its classic models, elegant, bold, and with an almost artistic flair. Something you see and immediately think, that's a Jaguar, no doubt about it. But this pursuit of authenticity comes at a fragile moment. Because while Jaguar looks to the past for inspiration, its competitors are racing full speed ahead into the future. Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Cadillac, they've already put their cards on the table. And so, the challenge emerges. Can Jaguar create something so unique that it makes its rivals pause and glance in the rearview mirror? The luxury electric car market is heating up. It's a battle where only the boldest will survive, and Jaguar knows this. Because it's not enough to be electric, or even luxurious. You have to be the best. And who does Jaguar have to face? Heavy hitters like Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and Cadillac. These brands don't just dominate the market, they're redefining what luxury means in the electric age. Each of them has already launched, or is on the brink of launching, cars that are technological masterpieces. Take Bentley, for example. They're investing heavily in electric sophistication and performance, creating cars that feel like luxury lounges on wheels. Rolls-Royce? Well, they entered the game with the Spectre, an EV that combines cutting-edge technology with the opulence only Rolls can deliver. And Cadillac, with its modern American vision of luxury, is gaining momentum fast. Meanwhile, Jaguar is showing up late to the party, and in this market, being late is unforgivable. Everyone's already off to the races at full speed. That means Jaguar's challenge is massive. How do you avoid being just another name in a crowded sea of luxury EVs? How do you create something that makes people dream of the Leaping Cat brand again? The answer is still up in the air. Jaguar has the history, it has the legacy, and now it has the promise of an exclusive electric future. But in the real world, promises must be turned into reality. Because one thing is certain, in the luxury EV game, you either lead or you get left behind. So will Jaguar rise from the ashes and roar louder than ever before? And if you think Jaguar's challenge in the world of electric luxury cars is fascinating, full of innovation, bold strategies, and high stakes, there's something else you've got to see. Did you know how Dior turns $57 into over $2,800 with their luxury handbags? Sounds like magic, right? But it's all strategy, branding, and the art of perceived value. The link is right here on the screen. Click on it, and I guarantee you'll be amazed. And of course, if you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any more epic content about business, brands, and the strategies that are shaping the world.